everyone, and welcome back to Inside the Coded Economy, the real deal for home service pros. I'm Bailey Rayner. Thanks for joining, whether you are driving between jobs or on a ladder or winding down after a long day on site. If you run a painting or home service business, you already know that the hustle never stops. Leads aren't cheap. Juggling estimates, job sites, and customer calls burn unreal energy. Every job, every estimate, every day, it's scraping to win the next customer. And technology, most of the solution on the market are cookie cutter, right? They don't understand the flow of booking, bidding, quoting, scheduling. You end up with clunky CRMs or off-the-shelf apps that barely fit your process, and you're wasting time juggling spreadsheets and sticky notes and a bunch of different logins just to keep the lights on. So today we're getting real about how better software, clever AI, and new ways of handling leads can make your business not just bigger, but actually less stressful. What a concept, right? This industry is fragmented, to put it simple, right? It's a bunch of independent crews and companies, each running on their own rules and rhythms, everyone fighting for local attention. No wonder it gets expensive to get noticed or get the right customer on your calendar. Google Leads, home improvement sites, word of mouth, there is no single source of truth, no silver bullet, and plenty of competition from guys who'll undercut you on price. So let's start with a basic truth. Okay, no one has time to babysit 5 apps, 3 ring binders, and 100 sticky notes. All right, you need your systems to talk to each other, and more than ever, you need technology that gets the painting world. That fragmentation, that zigzag workflow and uncertainty around where your next job is coming from is what holds back so many good businesses from scaling. It is tough, right? It is hard to grow a business because it gets overwhelming. So what if you could cut waste right out of the process and, cliche, work smarter, not harder? Okay, this is where technology is done right. If done right, can change the game. So our own system, FM Flow, which stands for Field Management, was built for exactly these challenges. So forget the clunky generic tools I was talking about earlier. With our system, every lead from every source drops into a single dashboard. You're tracking their progress. You send digital estimates in seconds. Scheduling done right there, no double booking, customer reminders handled, and after the job wraps. The software even handles the invoicing and reviews. Your reviews, right? Those are priceless, making sure that you get your Google reviews. This is seamless, and I know that word is thrown around a lot, right? Seamless, and designed for the way painting and home service pros actually operate. And I know this because I've lived it, right? That's exactly why our solution was built for painters, by painters. We've lived your headaches, schedules that won't sync, leads that ghost, and payments that slip through the cracks. I can remember being on the phone with customers, and it's like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and I'm working with them on collecting the payments and helping them work through the payments. And so this way, it's the invoices, everything's just sent right to them. They click the link, they're accepting, they're paying. There's different ways to be able to pay. And it's easy. It's easy for them, and it's easy for you. No awkward conversations. Man, I remember that being a thing too, or just kind of like standing out there in front of their house and the job's all done and you're just like, so can I get paid, right? Like this way, it's just fantastic. Job's done. Thanks for the sign off. Invoice is sent to you, where you can make your final payment. It's that easy. Our software isn't just another generic small business tool meant to help scale your business. It's an all-in-one, fully closed loop platform designed with the chaos of real home services in mind. Want everything in one place, every lead, every job, every note, all working together straight out of the gate, right from the source of the leads, all the way to that final review. So here's the fun part, right? Here's the next phase, right? Here's where it gets interesting. AI. And before you roll your eyes, no, I'm not talking about robots coming for your roller brush. Even though you might like that, okay? This isn't about AI doing your job for you or replacing your expertise. Okay, it's about smarter automation that has your back. So you have fewer gaps, less double work, and fewer mistakes. So let me explain what that looks like. Okay, smarter scheduling. AI looks at your open times and schedules accordingly. Lets you block off your calendar if you're out of town or even on a big project. Their availability also automatically connects to your calendar to keep from overlapping your personal life, right? And so you stop getting leads when you can't handle them. So no more calls you can't take or unhappy customers waiting for replies. The system actually handles that for you. This way you are not up, in the middle of the night or looking at a bunch of calls as soon as you get off the ladder and going, oh shoot, right? Like let it do this for you. The payments and accounting. So when a job wraps up, your customer gets a simple digital invoice. They pay instantly and the money goes straight to you. Everything connects to your accounting software, so you lose less time chasing paperwork or figuring out who still owes you. I don't know how many times people have looked through, you're just like fumbling through piles of papers and going, oh my gosh, I don't know if this person paid. It's in my brain. I hope they did. Or you go on to your accounting software and you're going, this isn't adding up. It's all connecting to each other and talking to each other to make life easier for you. I know a lot of professionals, pros that are, their spouse is handling all of the invoicing and the accounting systems. So what if, hear me out guys, okay, what if the software is doing this for you, just dumping all this information into your accounting software. Your books are much cleaner, easier, right, for you to take a look at. You're not sitting down typing everything up and sending off the invoices and trying to find the customer's emails or phone numbers and making sure they got it. It just did it for you. Or did it for your spouse. Now, they're much happier. They're a lot less stressed. Okay, dinner time becomes fun time, not stress out, talk about the business. I don't know, I'm actually like missing dinner right now doing this, right? So less time in the office working, more time with your family. That's huge. That's a big win. That is a big win right there for you. I was chatting with somebody the other day and they were saying the one thing that could be like game changer in technology is find the thing that, have it be used for the thing that you repeat a lot, all the time. What are you repeating? Scheduling, repeating, sending out emails, sending out reminders, doing the accounting. Those are repeat. Let the technology do that for you and save you time. So let's go into less room for error, right? AI helps you catch the missing details, reminds you of the follow-ups, and keeps your customers up to date. It keeps the day moving smoothly, fluid, and not frantic. Okay, now when it comes to leads, you've got options, right? One's designed to save you serious money, and offer the flexibility real business owners crave. So first, our no cost per lead program called Referral Source. Forget paying hundreds of dollars just for a name that doesn't even go anywhere, right? How many times have you gotten a name and you are the 5th caller or the 10th caller and the person's saying, please just stop calling me. I already got everything scheduled. That's not what happens here. These are actual scheduled estimates. So with this program, this Referral Source program, you only pay for business that actually materializes. We schedule it on your calendar, real interested customers, not just a contact list. Another big win. And for those of you that want a little bit more control, maybe a little more volume for the busier seasons, those of you that have much larger businesses, right? Maybe nationwide businesses or brands. Okay, there is a qualified lead program, just like the national players use. Okay, I'll give you an example. You might get 100 calls in a week, but only pay for the 70 that turn into real opportunities, because we screen for interest and intent before they actually hit your phone. Now, once they hit your phone, you're also screening that interest. And if they're not really interested, or they're existing customers, or they're just tire kickers, get them off the phone. They're not qualified. Only have the qualified ones, right? That means no more wasted hours chasing dead end numbers. You're investing in actual interest, not a pile of maybes. So now this program is actually being used right now by larger brands, and as I mentioned before, nationwide companies of all sorts in the service industry. We're seeing real results, real conversions, and really happy customers. Like this is a fantastic program for those larger brands that are out there. Now, here's how it all comes together, right? With technology built for painters by painters, you have a system that doesn't push you into someone else's workflow. It adapts to yours. Okay, you set your schedule and you control your business. Payments flow smooth and fast, your books make sense, and every part of the day, from leads to receipts, it feels less like a juggle act, okay, and more like a job getting done. Technology isn't magic. Okay, you are still the pro with the know-how, the skill, and the reputation that gets referrals. Okay, but just imagine if in a week where you're not babysitting leads, fixing your calendar at midnight, or losing money because someone forgot to send an invoice. That's happened. That's happened a lot, That's what's real here. Okay, painter-focused software with AI. Picture this, if you will. Okay, instead of using 3 different tools or 6 different tools, okay, for managing your leads and tracking your jobs and following up with customers and doing all your accounting and blah, 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 your workflow is, say it again, seamless. Leads flow in from every source, handoffs are automatic, reports are updated in real time, and you spend less time fighting the process and more time actually doing what your business does best. Painting, right? Home services, that is what you did. You knew that you were good at what you did. I'm a good painter, I love painting, I'm gonna make a business out of this. Now the business part, that's the tough part. That's why there's not as many business owners. There's a lot of people that want to be business owners, but there's a lot of people that are just working themselves. Okay, use a system that is like your admin for you. Okay, helps with the administrative work where most people can't figure out or don't want to, or it's a headache of doing the business. Okay, I get it. Custom software is intimidating. Maybe you're not a technical founder, right? I work in software and my brain is like fried all the time. Maybe you tried a digital transformation in the past and didn't get what you paid for, or it didn't make any sense and you just went back to your old ways. That's why the partner that you choose matters just as much as the tech itself. The right partner isn't just a developer who builds whatever you ask for. They are a collaborator, someone who listens, understands your bottlenecks, how to solve real-world business problems and not just ship code. Because with the right partner and the right technology, you can compete, no matter how fractured the playing field looks right now. When it works, the results can be game-changing. The right kind of customer experience that actually moves the needle. And we know it works because we have been using this technology for years with our own company and growing our franchise organization from several hundreds of thousands a year to multi-millions in revenue with multiple locations, multiple. And I'm not talking about just, $1 or $2 million. Like, think a little higher. FemFlow, it's meant to help manage and grow your business. Right? The people that we have on this podcast and the resources and the things that we talk about are meant to help grow your business, help give you the tools and the resources you need. So, use that. Let's get there. Your trade, your tools. Let's build. So, that's it. That's all I got for you today. If you want to learn more about how AI, smarter software, and the flexible lead programs can work for you, check out the show notes. Hit us up with questions, schedule a demo, just go to fmflow.com. I'm Bailey Rayner. Catch you next time, hopefully with a little bit more time in your day and a lot less stress in your season.